The first thing that we're going to do today is finish our Claude Monet Sky. We want our Claude Monet Sky to look like Impressionism. So that means that we're going to be coloring it with little dots that sort of look like the fingerprints that we made with paint last time. Now I'm going to try very hard to keep my cool colors in the water and my warm colors in the sky, except for maybe a few warm colors in the reflection. So I'm just going to take colors that match the water, and anywhere that I have a white spot, I'm going to draw little circles to fill it in. Some of you might need to make a lot of circles today. Some might not need to make very much. But when we're done, there shouldn't be very much white space left over. I can use some purple. I can use some green. That's a cool color. In the sky, I'm going to use yellow to fill in a few little leftover spots. Remember, we're not just coloring it in like we normally do. This is Impressionism, so you have to use the little dots so that it will match the rest of your picture. Now the next thing that we're going to do is kind of challenge activity. We're going to learn about how to show space using size and placement. This is getting us ready to do the sailboats that are going to go in our seascape. Now on this page has some directions. It says, cut out the 3 sailboats. Glue them to the correct areas of the seascape. Color. So in the seascape, we have a word that says foreground, middle ground, and background. The foreground are objects that are close to you in an artwork. The background are things that are very, very far away. And of course, the middle ground is the stuff that's right in the middle, in between the foreground and the background. Now, I need to cut out my boats and my seascape first. So I'm going to do that very, very carefully using my scissors. Cutting right very carefully on the line. Now I have all my pieces cut out. I have my large boat, my medium boat, and my small boat, all ready to go into my seascape. Now I have to figure out what size of boat goes where. I know that when things are far away from me, they appear to be really, really tiny. So my tiny boat is going to be in the background. Things that are close up are going to appear very, very large. So the biggest boat is going in the foreground. And things that are in the middle of a picture, they're going to appear to be kind of medium-sized. Now after you have your boats laid out, we're going to use just a tiny bit of glue to glue them down. I'm just using a few very tiny dots around the edge. Right where they're supposed to go. Now after you have glued down your boats, you can color your picture. Make sure that you don't use too much glue, because if you have a lot of glue coming out around your boats, it's going to be a lot harder to color. Now I'm probably going to want to start by drawing the water. When I draw the water, I need to make sure that I don't put it too close to the bottom. My little boat has to be in the water too. So I will probably draw my water somewhere up here. That way, all 3 of my boats are in the water. Then I can very carefully color my water, my sky, and even my boats and my frame around the edge of my seascape. Make sure that you use your very best coloring today. When all parts of your seascape are colored, it will be ready to take home with you today. And most importantly, you learned about foreground, middle ground, and background.